What is up, YouTube? It's Brian here with Team Board Wipe. I started doing some Edison rated. Took a dive into it. Had a rocky start, but we got some dubs. We progressed. I don't know. Edison is a format that I had played pretty casually for a while. I have the Diva hero deck, and it's okay. But that's the deck that I did these matches with. And then for the next video, as I keep going, I think I'm going to do different decks. Just a host of matches with different decks. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what it turns into. Maybe I'll continue to be mediocre at Edison format. Maybe I'll get better. But today I got 15 dueling book replays of some Edison stuff, so let's watch them. I'm gonna warn you, I started my first 6 Edison matches with 1 win on this ladder. I think I forgot to change my deck list for the first couple matches, so I had a subpar list with no Greffer. So I got Dust Shooter for my Stratos. I can card Trooper. I think that's what I do. So I get to draw a card. Set of Bottomless, it's okay. Bottomless gets MST'd. I feel like Caius right here really gains me a lot of advantage. I really like the spot that I'm in. And then they summon Grand Mole and I got it sick. I think they were afraid of a battle trap though. But if they were afraid, oh yeah, they had the judgment this time. I was like, well, why aren't they still afraid of the battle trap? And they set Solemn. That should have been a read that was Solemn right there. And I think maybe I should have pushed. I don't know. I could have specialed Prodigy, summoned Caius. That probably would have gotten Judgment in, which would have really sucked. And then, yeah, the Caius summon gets Judgment in. Then I just Mally garbage in hand. It's not looking good game 1. I'll probably just fast forward this. I Gold Strike for Miracle Fusion. And somehow, oh yeah, I have the Mirror Force. Unfortunately, it gets deprisoned, and then I accidentally cheat here. So I didn't know for a long time that Absolute Zero could only be fusion summoned. Who knew? Not me. So this game should have been over sooner. Oh, but it's just over the next turn anyway. Oh no, I have the book. And I have another Miracle Fusion. But this one gets Mirror Force and then they have game, so. Unlucky. Alright, I think this is a game that I think I should have won. Possibly. They do have a lot of trap cards, and Gemini Spark's really good. This gets deprisoned. I don't set the book because I want a Gores. And then they set 4, so I'm just like not in a great spot. And this is where I'm pretty sure Caius is the right play. And like it was okay because I hit the Judgment because they didn't Judgment the summon. So then I hit the Judgment off Caius. Like It doesn't really force them to torrential, I guess, because they had MST. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like instead of torrentialing, Gemini Spark would have been better there, right? I don't know. Comment if I'm wrong about the Gemini Spark. I guess it only hits one of the monsters. Yeah, that's fair. And then I really think I have a chance at this. But then I get rugged. And here I'm pretty low, so I have to torrential. I really wanted them to use the Stratos effect to pop the torrential instead of the search, but yeah, and I just like, I don't know, I'm stuck with these cards in hand again. Like, and this just like loses me the game. I take this from Ab Zero. I draw a heavy, but that doesn't do anything. I don't know what I was trying to draw here in the end phase. I feel like there might have been something I could have drawn, but I don't know. Yeah, so we lost that one pretty quick. Bleh. And this is Dragons. I don't know. I don't know how slow I want to watch this dragon turn. I guess this is going kind of fast. But they just do a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to narrate. They just draw lots of trade-ins and cards of consonances and super rejuves. They're in the end phase now. Draw another super rejuve. Discard to 6 cards. So, double red MD, Avarice, Debris Dragon, Instant Fusion, Giant True Name. Those are really good cards, right? And look at my really good cards. The Gores is going to be too late because I'm going to be dead in 2 turns. A Dad I can't summon, and a Malikans. Okay, so I allure... What did I do? Oh, I allured into 4 back row cards. So I was like, I could have kept Gores and maybe committed to surviving 1 turn, but I didn't like my odds. I felt like Book, Mirror Force, Torrential with a Trap Dust Shoot to hit the monster would be really good, but then I got Giant Trunated. No, so it was an option to keep Gores in hand, and maybe I should have just banished the Mali, because Gores in hand would have been cool. I don't think it would have been game winning, but it would have been cool. They just do a bunch of stuff and I lose. Sangan, Mirror, Book. They draw and pass. I assume that means Gores. But I get to Future Fusion and Miracle Fusion and go boo-doo. Yep, so I hit the token and the Gores. I don't know why they Gores so early. I feel like they could have just waited for the 17, taken the 17 and Gores on that. Then Ab Zero can only hit 1 of them. They could have even taken all of it, I think, right? 1017 plus 3, that's 27, 57. Yeah, they could have taken all of it and still instant fusion. I don't know. But they had heavy, so joke's on me. And Lightning Vortex. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to play around those cards? I can't. And I don't die, so that's cool. And I can do a set file on it. And then they normal summon Who does that? So then I lure. I can't do anything. Yeah. So sad. What was I supposed to do? If I misplayed, leave a comment, but I think that was pretty just cut and dry. IDK. Alright. So I'm 0-2, but this is match 4. So match 3, in game 1, somebody tried to Royal Oppression my normal summon Dark Grepher effect. And I said, you can't do that. And then, God, I wish I remember the card. Whatever the monster is that's 1700 attack that has to target a monster with higher attack than it to destroy, whatever that 1700 attack monster is, I can probably check. I'm gonna find it because now I want to know. So I had my 1700 Dark Grepher. And he just like tried to get me to sit in a 30-minute judge call. Description: higher attack than attack. Higher attack. Oh, is it ATK? Then oh, this, yes. Freed the Brave Wanderer. No. Shoot. Yeah, it is, yeah. Target one face-up monster on the field with higher attack than this face-up card. So they tried to target my 1700 Dark Grepher. And I just... You can't do that. So I told them, and then they tried to get me to wait for a judge for a half an hour. And 2 minutes in, I was like, why are you making me waste my time? Why do you think your card can target a monster that has the same attack as it? And then they just left. So I was like, bless. We got the dub. Now, we're going to lose a couple more. Yeah, heavy. Caius the Treeborn, that hurt a lot. I didn't like that. They set 2 and pass. I draw a Snowman Eater, I guess. Drawing Plague, drawing Gilman. What? How many times have we seen this card in my hand already, and this is only the 3rd replay? Tribute for Caius, target the Caius, and he compulses the Caius! So I get 2400 in, and I get tragged. And I have to pass. And I know they have compulse. But instead of banishing my Caius, they discard their Caius to take... I don't know. That felt weird to me. I know it keeps an extra body for them, but I was so low. I feel like the 1000 burn could have been really good. I don't live past this turn, do I? No. Okay. So yeah, I got... Alright, we draw Card Trooper, see what we melt. And let me tell you that I chose to not activate Future Fusion on my first turn because I wanted to Gorse, but then I summoned a monster. Just activate Future Fusion, Brian. They have to out that. So dumb. I'm dumb. So I activate Future Fusion on my second turn. Summon Mally so I don't mill the Mally off the Card Trooper. And then just hope I hit Plague, which I don't, of course. So now I just have a Mally. And a Stratos. And I get Rycode. I do some damage. I set a Mirror Force pass. They allure Banish Go, and then they get their Black Rose. So I just go super neg. Ugh. And then I get Dust Shooted for my Gores. So what I'm going to do, summon Spined Gilman and attack for 17? Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. A stupid Heavy Storm. Mind Control, haha. I still don't mill my Plague. My Gilman gets banished. They have a Torrential. I do stupid things. I lose lots of life points. Yeah, so I thought I just had a 5. So I had this really cool play where I was going to summon the 5, attack over the Drago, summon the Plague back, and summon the 7. And then I looked in my extra deck. I can't see this extra deck right now because this is a replay. But the only 2 5s are light and dark, so I couldn't summon it. It made me sad. So I did not win. Also, yes. So the question was, and viewers can tell me if I'm right or wrong, can I activate Return if I have 2 darks and 1 water in my banish zone? So this was my... How I can't banish it from here. I just wanted to hover and click banish. Gilman was banished along with these 2. Can you activate Return from a different dimension? I tried to look it up for 2 seconds, and then we just decided to play until a judge was called. And if it mattered, we'd wait for the judge, and if I lost anyway, we didn't have to. So I don't know the answer because I haven't looked it up. So somebody tell me. I think you should be able to, but it didn't matter. I lost this game. I don't remember what happened. Which is Reaper and Compulse. Yeah, I set my Treeborn. And they summon Arcanite, and I can't bottomless it. And the Reaper doesn't hit my Malicious. It hits, I think, my Diva, which was sad. And then my Treeborn Frog got banished by Book of Life. And then I died. I had a really cool line where I could put the Malian hand back with the Plague, but then they had Compulse from Machias. But I had Trag to block their attack for game, and then I didn't draw a good card, so I still lost the game. Galed. Oh, on attack deck, I just tornadoed. I didn't really think about the fact that Gale could just have the attack. I could still attack over it, because 1350 is higher than 1300, but... My Mally got crowed, so I summoned Gilman instead, and did Magical Android, and... did some stuff here. That was cool. No traps though, so you can do an 8. Attacks over. Like Caius, but then I get returned. My future fusion banished, but we drew some miracle fusions, so it was okay. Special, Prodigy, normal, Stratos, pop the Battle Trap, Miracle Fusion for game. Psh. I got a game 3. I think this is the first game 3. I think every match you've seen I've gotten 2-0'd. So, go me. Celebrate the small victories or something. I summoned Magical Android a lot. I just shooted the Vanities Fiend here. That's... Okay, so... I feel like because Gores is a really good play for me, I just have to dust shoot the Vanities Fiend. Instead of the Tuner. Like, I know the Tuner generates a lot of advantage, but the Vanities Fiend, like, kind of solos my hand. So I did the Vanities Fiend, and then they got the Goblin Zombie Search and the Flame Belt, but I got a Gores. So I thought that was cool. This game was before I knew how to set stats on cards. Ah, yes. When your action to perform a synchro summon starts a chain link with the trigger effect, you do not get prio. So I could bottomless their Brio. I wrote it for Stratos here because it gets me Prodigy and gets me 2 new cards in my hand. Greffer just didn't seem like it was any good. But then I get Torrential. So why is this card not a warrior? The first time I played Edison, this was the last warrior in my deck, so I roted for it, and they just looked at me like I was an idiot. And they're like, "That's a fiend, Brian." Kind of dumb. Ugh. So I got Torrential, and I tried to normal summon twice, and I lose the game. And then I learned that Zombie Master had to be face up. And then I drew the Mally. So that was cool. And then I leave a Tuner for a Mind Control. They go... Whoop. But then I get an 8. Which means I can crash my 0 to blow up the Colossal Fighter and it can't come back. No, I get deprisoned. Why can't Scrap Dragon be in the format? So I don't get deprisoned. Ugh. And then I think I have a shot. Because now my Ab-Zero has cleared their board. And then I hit the Sangan with the Caius. And I'm about to attack for game. And then they draw a Pyramid Turtle! I was about to win. And then they're like, "Oh, I drew a floater. Ha 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 ha. Too bad you already used your Caius on my Sangan." So it floats into Reaper. And then I Heavy Storm. And I can't Brain Control because I'm at 50 life points. So I set Sangan. And I'm just like losing to this Reaper. I could summon an Absolute Zero, but what's that gonna do? And then they summon a monster bigger than all my monsters. Really? I draw Crow the turn after they use Book of Life. My Miracle Fusion gets Solemn Judgmented. I have to set the Crow. And I don't have a way to stop Spirit Reaper attacking for game. I had it. It was right here in the palm of my hand. And then they said, "Let me drop Pyramid Turtle." Who loves Edison? Me. Alright, so So they do Greffer set 2, they bottomless my Greffer. I didn't use priority because I didn't want to because I already set the Mally. So I didn't value any of these cards less than having Plague Engrave at this point since I had Diva. But then I get compulsed on my Stardust. So I crash and I was like, that's fine. I have Gores, so I can now banish the Card Trooper, which is good. And then I play around Gores, and then they have Dad. And then they have Dad. And at this point, what am I supposed to do? Unfortunate. I was really sad about that game. Okay, so I do the Snowman Eater, I MS2 the Compulse, then I can't do anything, which is unfortunate. So I get to Crow the value though. So I have to Judgment the Caius because I needed to. I couldn't let Plague get banished. And then I lose to a Gale on my Vanity's Fiend. It was going to be so cool. I was going to normal summon the Mally by tributing the Plague Spreader. And then I was going to activate Miracle Fusion. And then they're like, oh, I have Royal Oppression. Edison sucks. But I think we're about to witness my first real Edison ranked dub. Alright, I'm in a good spot. I've got Prodigy with Caius and Diva. So I can use it to banish the Card Trooper. I forgot I didn't have a water because I hadn't used Diva yet. So they do some stuff, Cyber Valley, blah blah. And Cataster gets rid of this without triggering its effect, which is great. Alright, I get him down to 400. And I have heavy, and I just can attack for game by boosting 0. Okay. So that was clean. That was never in question. Attack into a Shining Angel. My book gets MST'd. And that was a pretty good draw. I don't know. Gear Frame, Search, Machine of Fortress, and able to draw 2 more. And this is a cool play. I just get to brain control the Stardust Dragon and kill them both, which is cool. I crowed the Fortress because I knew he had Force. And then my Snowman Eater gets torrentialed. But I Trag. I make a Black Rose and it gets my bodied. And I knew the card coming was Dad. And my mistake is using Prior to target the back row. Because if that's a bottomless, then it's going to be activated anyway. Or something. And it's main phase 2, so if it's a battle trap, it doesn't matter. I Prior target the back row. I just lose if that's this card right here. Wow, look at that bottomless. So, I don't know. They might have still drawn a card to attack for game for turn. But, dummy. Dummy, dummy, dummy. He's a what a top deck. Like, I didn't know it was coming. I put it there with Plague. So we are in game 3. I open Future Fusion. And Greffer. I pitch the Gores that I don't want to use. I put back the Heavy Storm. I don't need it yet. I end Stardust. Return MST. And then they just DD Warrior Lady. That was cool. I hit the Judgment. That was nice. And then I synchro for a second Stardust Dragon. And I just get a ton of damage on board. It's like they're just really behind. And then Jacob Silverman from Titan Esports decided to hang out. I assume they know each other. And then they say, oh, I misplayed and conceded. I don't know. Oh, they knew the Stardust was coming back and they didn't have a way to stop it. Silly gooses. So we did it. We won an Edison match. Now let's win some more. We would speed Edison because we're already at over a half an hour. I didn't want this video to be super long, but then I decided to do like 15 replays. Oh, I dust shooted the Lone Fire. They Ryko popped my Plague. Did dandy stuff. That's fine. That's fine. I did Trag here. And I knew they had Trag, so I just felt like the answer here was to attack the tokens and not do battle damage at this moment. And then synchro for a Colossal Fighter. Except my Colossal Fighter gets deprisoned. Which makes me sad. This is pretty good. They get 2 tokens. And they have to pass. But then I have Torrential. It's a really good Torrential. Lone Fire, blah. Haha, bye-bye. That Book of Moon kind of sucks, but they set bottomless to pass. I'm starting to lose advantage here. Very quickly. I don't remember if I win or lose this game. It's gotta be lose, right? Yeah, it was lose. Sang and pass. I search for Diva. I forget to discard. Discard the Mally in my end phase. They set 1 pass, which is nice. They just kind of crowed the Mally. Why wouldn't they wait? I don't know. What if I was going to summon 2 Diva? I get an Ab-Zero on board. It gets deprisoned. This is where I learned about Ab-Zero. I thought I had game. I was like, oh, I have game. This is where I learned. So, yeah, super unfortunate. I missed the kill shot. But they have 2 dead Pot of Avarices. My Snowman Eater gets torrentialed. And now the Avarice is live. Miracle Fusion. Ab-Zero gets deprisoned. Tokens go. Ryko gets set by John Nobleman. Haha. I set a Judgment. I Judgment the Caius. Sang and Search is fine. Gotta get something here. Brain Control. Yeah, I Caius because he was at 1,000, so I Caius burned. Haha. Alright, we're in game 3. MST, Nobleman, Future Fusion, Diva? We are living the dream. Yeah, so I don't know how priority works at the end of Future Fusion. If I activate Future Fusion to send Mally, do I have prio to banish the Mally before they can crow it? Because they had crow in hand when I Future Fusion, so that's an intriguing idea. I haven't checked my phone. Yeah, so I just Future Fusion, do some stuff, arm Stardust, big Stardust. And then I play around like a Raikou or something, and I attack into a Warrior Lady with the Stardust. Because, like, I don't know, if I attack the Raikou with the Stardust, then negate the Raikou if they activate the destruction effect. That's the correct order to attack. But instead, it's a DD Warrior Lady. Bye-bye Stardust Dragon. Might be okay because they had a slow start with his hand. And I did a lot of damage early. Yeah, they conceded. I don't know why I put Nobleman in, but it worked. Mass Dragon stuff. Oh. Yeah. The time they had to prime Material Dragon, it was just too late. The Snowman Eater cooked them. Yeah, so they made the decision, they had Mass Dragon. They wanted to trigger it, so they didn't want to summon Prime Material Dragon over it. Got cooked by Snowman Eater. Yeah, they could have stopped the Snowman Eater with that. I don't know if it would have changed much. I think I just win the game here, right? Because I hadn't gone through Gilman yet. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, I mean, subpar, and just like... negating the Snowman Eater with this doesn't really do anything different because you lose a card in hand and you just keep on. So maybe it wasn't right to summon it. I don't know. But I won. I draw Future Fusion again. Because why not? Do lots of synchro plays. They use every card in their hand to summon a bunch of monsters that aren't Stardust Dragon. And then they say, of course. The blasted pyramid turtle. Oh, this is a duelist that recognized my name from an indie regional that I got 14th at in January. The week before I won the Iowa regional in January. Gores after the Goyo. Take a big token and then they brio the token. I tried to crow the play and it gets Call of Could not account for a return from the different dimension. Oh, did something... Oh no, has anybody ever had this happen to them in a replay? Huh, okay. I think this is game 2. Let's go. Yeah, this is the pyramid. Yeah, so I take both and then I gorge. And then token gets brioed, and then this gets dark and dragoned. Alright, we're back. I draw crow, I set return and pass. They trag, they take the trag. And then I draw Diva. Miracle Fusion and return. That was really good. And then here, they're like, oh shit, this line is crazy. And I'm like, yeah. But we were thinking of different lines, because then I'm like, I can't bounce the trag back to their hand. How silly would that be? So I can't make Brio just to pitch the Mally, so I have to make Goyo to summon the Dark End Dragon to send the trag to grave so it doesn't go back to their hand. Guess whose trag it is? Yeah, mine. I could have brioed it back to my hand. Yeah, I had another crow, which was cool. Yeah, so they just ran out of plays and I was going to... But yeah, I just gotta bounce the trag back to my hand. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. Oh, no. Alright, we're on the home stretch. Oh, is this another dragon one? I don't want to watch this dragon one. I just know that they just never had the right combination of dragons in hand game 2. So they had dead red eyes, and like, yeah, they just couldn't. They got down to like 4 cards in deck, but then just couldn't win. So, this match is one that I thought in a million years, there's no way I'm losing to this deck. Oh my god. This is my only other loss in Edison Rated so far after my first 5. I think out of I'm 12 and 5. 12 wins, 5 losses. No, 12 and 6. 12 and 6. 12 wins, 6 losses. So I'm going, you know what? They don't have a face-up monster, but let's be a little aggressive. I got a judgment. I can push into some stuff. Maybe that's a Sangan or a flip effect. It's a shine ball. I was like, okay, that's good for me. 24. My judgment gets MST'd. Kind of sad about it, but whatever. They bring control just to get rid of my monster, and then they tribute Caius to banish their own just desserts. And set this card, I don't know what it does. I top deck mind control, which is cool. Attack with Stardust. So they do injection Fairy Lily. Um, but then any monster is game. So and so what I know so far, Caius, brain control, MST. Oh, 1 second, YouTube. Hello. Say hi to the YouTube. Alright, so we know Caius, brain control, MST, Christia, injection fairy lily, and just desserts. So it's some like weird burn fairy deck? I don't know. Great question. I just win the game. So, okay. Moving on. Game 2. Does some stuff. Secret barrel, so I lose 1,000. Whatever. I have future fusion. I send that. I send that. A miracle. Put in some damage just in case there's an honest or something. I attack the. With that. And then I get lava golemed. Lava golem off the top. It hits the shine balls. And then swords of revealing light, which is tough. So my hand was really good, but I think I just played too slowly. Because I draw heavy here. And like, I don't know. I don't know. $2,000, and then I heavy, get ceasefired. And because I waited 1 turn on the heavy, I'm now at like just 2,500. And I've got a dandy that's gonna stop me from killing. There's a giant rat. I thought I could future fusion, just ascend. I cannot. I thought for sure like honest was a play. I don't know. And now they can just slow roll it, right? Like they don't have to out the lava golem. I hit the just desserts, which is nice. I don't know. I don't think I should have summoned the Diva there to attack. I'm pretty low. Only 3 fairies, so they can't summon it when they draw the Christia again. I can summon the Diva and go into an 8. I don't know. I went classified. Maybe there's a better 8 in this instance, but like, I don't know. If I don't draw like Gores or Trag or Caius to get rid of the lava golem, I'm just going to lose anyway. Or Book of Moon. I could have drawn Book of Moon. And then they said a giant rat, which means it's just another thing I can't kill them through. And then I'm just gonna lose. So that was annoying. I was annoyed with myself. Maybe if I heavy the turn sooner, I have a shot. Because then I hit the giant Trunade too. I can't tune them. I don't know. I don't know. I think I should have just sacrificed my Mirror Force. I should have read that they were just gonna sit on the Christia and let myself get burned to death. And then this hand I draw Plague, Prodigy, Mally, which is tough. I set the Plague, I set Dusty Judgment. I hit the rat. So like I know everything. I have perfect hand knowledge. So I know it's a dandy or a shine ball, so I'm gonna Caius it, of course. Do 24. I think I'm in a good spot. He draws Venus for turn, which is tough. And then he just puts in a lot of damage here, and then my hand is just not very good. I don't know. And I know there's a magic cylinder there. So I can't like attack into the magic cylinder. And like, so at this point I don't know what this card is. Like obviously we do in the replay. So I Treeborn Frog back. I know there's a magic cylinder, so I just can't attack into it or I'm going to lose. Not right then, but like there's no 8 for me to like there's no Scrap Dragon, right? So I can't just Tribute Summon Mally and then Plague. So like my best bet is to just set the Dust Tornado so I can hit the magic cylinder, and then the Gores is going to clear the board one by one. But no. They have brain control and I lose instantly. It was so sad. I just drew a bunch of bad cards. Ugh. So that was my other loss on the Edison ladder so far. Hate it. Hate it, hate it. And then we close out the first part with some dubs. MSC's the bottom list. Someone's board doesn't attack. I don't know. Goes my Brio, but then doesn't bounce my Diva, so I get to do some stuff, and then I pass. And I'm up pretty nicely on card advantage. So I get colluded here, but that doesn't matter too much. I special this because I forgot this did piercing and I didn't want to die. Silly Brian. Yeah, I hit the back row with the Caius and Ab-Zero blows up the monster. So now I summon the Mally just to push. And then they draw into Deep Prison, but they can't do anything, so I just had a lot of gas. I have Miracle in hand, so Sark for future fusion's always nice. Stratos gets bottom list. That's okay. Set a Mirror Force. I take the first 18, because why not? They didn't attack the second time. I don't know why. But I wasn't going to complain. So I got my future fusion off of the Gold Sark. I send the stuff, and then I Miracle. I don't know why I sent Mally here. Oh, sometimes I side out a Prodigy. I don't know if that's correct. So I maybe should have sent Stratos. No, Stratos was already banished from bottomless. So yeah, I sent Mally and then I banished the Mally for a Miracle Fusion instead of its own effect. I don't know. I'm gonna do that. So they're gonna sink for not Brio, so they get Mirror Forced. And then I attack into a Snowman Eater. But I'm +2 right now. Wow. Well. Just pushing for damage at this point. Armory Arm. I'm gonna try and force back row. I'm gonna book that because I don't want to lose the monster. DD Crow for Dad. Base out the Judgment. I'm just pushing. I get Mirror Force. And my Diva gets pulling the rug the next turn. Oh no! I Plague and attack for game. That's what it is. I was like, this isn't the game where my Diva gets pulling the rug. Plague! Crushed it. T-set with Snowman Eater pass. Lets him draw a card off of Trooper, but that's okay. I had to read all this person's cards because I don't know what these stupid tokens do. Brain control. Yeah, he could have. They could have just attributed the token for the Caius. And they had the Stardust for the bottomless, but then I get the Stardust back, so. This was probably right to attribute the Stardust. Normal the Plague just to clear the token, so they couldn't get a Caius play, and though it's in grave, I can put the Mally back, blah blah blah. Do some stuff. I get to Stardust and have 0. I am playing 2 Stardust right now. I know sometimes you're not supposed to. A lot of people don't, but I had to look up to see if you could do this. You can. I don't know. It says banish both those targets, and tokens can't exist in the banish. So I don't know how you check that it banished it, other than just removed it, but you can, and it works. Unfortunately. Caius tribute Ab-Zero to blow up his stuff, but then I got tragged. So it was not game. And then I think I get Black Rose here, probably. Oh no, you can't Black Rose because I have Stardust. Ancient Fairy summons the turtle that searches. But I have Dark End Dragon to out the Ancient Fairy, so. We put game on board because their back row wasn't there. He gets booked. Oh no. Tokens. And then my Mally gets banished. Unlucky. I don't know why they didn't banish the Plague. But yeah, they could have. They pushed for damage, I guess. But like, if they banished the Plague and attack over the Mally, I think that just would have been better. That was cool. This thing does the thing. It destroys this, so you get the search. But I just had Miracle Fusion and Stratos and all sorts of good cards. Brain Control, like, yeah. I just opened good cards. And good cards beat whatever these cards do. Chad Bro Chill 17 is Glad Beast. I don't know what Glad Beast cards do. Bye bye Treeborn. Glad Beast cards banish my Treeborn Frog. And it was the Divine Wrath. So I had hand knowledge. They had 3 traps: Dark Bribe, Solemn Judgment, Divine Wrath. I was like, they definitely set a judgment or a bribe. Nope. Divine Wrath. So my Snowman Eater got wrathed, which sucks. And then I Gorsed for no reason. I could have kept Gores in hand to summon Greffer with, but no. Or to pitch for Greffer. But instead, I just summon it, so then you can pop. And then set 2 back row and then pass. So like, Brain Control gets things. And then I draw the MST for the Judgment. So if I have the Gores in hand, guess what happens? I MST the Judgment. I Greffer, pitch Gores to send Plague. I put Return back for Brio, and then I out this, and then they're top decking into a Brio. And Glad Beast top decking into an attack position monster with 2300 attack seems not very good. But instead, I didn't do that. But it didn't matter because they started drawing bad cards. And I did not. I did Judgment the normal summon, which is kind of wild. And then I had Return. Yeah, okay, so I did Gores when I shouldn't have, but it ended up not mattering. I remember now. Bye-bye. So I'm doing some Glad Beast stuff. I grab Rhoda here because I have a handful of dark monsters. And then my dad gets war charioted, but I have an Ab-Zero. Oh, and then that thing protects itself from battle, which is crazy. Unlucky. So I go into Stardust after I use the Caius to out that. I don't know, maybe it was a little bit aggressive, but I didn't want it on the field. Miracle Fusion is just dead right now because I don't have another water monster, and now I'm pushing a 3 back row, and I have a Nobleman for some reason. I was like, oh, sometimes Glad Beast set a monster and you attack into it and its defense is high and then you lose. But that is not what happened. I drew Nobleman and it did nothing. So, joke's on me. Now what's happening? Oh, I opened Gold Sark for Future Fusion because I had Miracle Fusion. Yeah, it's just Gold Sark Miracle Fusion. I do some stuff. I bottomless as Glad Beast because I don't want to deal with it. I Dust Tornado with the new set, not the old. Do the Future Fusion. Do the Diva. And it gets pulling the rug, but that's okay because I have Miracle Fusion. So I just push and look at this hand of dead cards. Super unfortunate. Like, what are they gonna do? They opened a slow hand. A lot of like okay cards, but like just a really slow hand, and I opened gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. So we took that one, and this is the last one. I hit the tuner because they have brain control. So I didn't want to. I left the Pyramid Turtles. Take the Pyramid Turtle, do the Diva play. And then call the Haunter on the Pyramid Turtle. I decide not to attack into it. And then they do that. And then they drew Commander. I wonder if they shuffled their deck. They did, okay. They did shuffle their deck. They just drew the Commander. That's unfortunate. So my field gets Black Rose, but I have Dad. Dad gets booked. And I know about brain control, so I know they can brain control and do stuff, but then they don't. They do Goyo instead. Which is weird because it just doesn't play around the Caius. They could have left me with no monsters. I slow-rolled the Caius because I didn't want to summon the Caius into a monster that could attack over it. So yeah, so at one point they could have just used the brain control and taken the monster to sync with Plague into the Goyo to attack over the Dad, and then left me with no monsters and saved the Book of Life, or even still used the Book of Life. But they left me with a monster for Caius, and that swung enough of the tempo in my favor to take the game that I probably should not have won. Open double Gold Sark here, so I just sang and beat down. Grab the first fusion. Do some stuff. Make a Stardust so I can protect against an MST that they don't have. I Crow the Goblin Zombie. They knew I had it, but I let the creature swap through because I have a brain control, so I'm just going to take the Stardust back and put game on board. So I want to Judgment something else. So like I brain control here, Miracle Fusion, and then I do the Stratos play so I can destroy a spell trap And then if they chain one, I can judgment it and then destroy the other, and then it's game on board. And guess what happens? Whee! Judgment it, pop the other one, game on board. So I don't think I should have won that first game, but we opened gas game 2. And there it is. So in my first set of Edison matches, got 17 matches in. I lost 6 of them, so I went 11-6. I think I said 12-6 early in the video. I went 11-6, up to just about 300 rating. So the next video is going to be a different deck. I don't know what deck yet. I might try the Toad stuff, even though I'm never buying subs to Toads until it gets reprinted, because that card's stupid expensive. Thanks, Konami. And yeah, Edison's fun. This has been fun. I'm looking forward to trying more decks and doing more things. I want to try the Diva Goblin Zombie deck, whatever. I think that looks fun. But thanks for hanging out.